Hello, people of the internet. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, happy Monday to you all. Hopefully your weeks are off to a great start, or if you're watching this at any other point in the week, hopefully having a great day nonetheless. Today is quite an interesting release for me because we have yet another, well, I guess technically this is still a pre-release, but we have the start of yet another NCT solo project, this time coming from Mr. Jaehyun himself. Now, we've had some solo Jaehyun stuff on the channel in the past. In fact, I think his NCT Lab, was it called Horizon, right? Was a really good time. Of course, he was part of that DJJ subunit as well, which was quite a good time indeed. And honestly, Jaehyun has been, out of like the 127 members, has been the one that's really caught my attention musically. What he brings to the table in terms of, like, you know, NCT releases, but also his solo stuff and his tone, and it's just, he intrigues me as a member of NCT every single time. Almost like he's choosing me to be the bias or something, you know? You know when artists kind of like, they choose the bias for you? For me, it's like Jaehyun, even though my bias in the group is Moontail, but that's besides the point. And honestly, the NCT solo releases have been ridiculously good this year. Like, we had, you know, 10, we had 10's Nightwalker and that whole era. We had Doyoung's solo release. We had a Taeyong release before he went off to the military. There's a Yuta one coming up. We've got Jaehyun coming up. We had Mark dropping new music this year, I think. It's just a great time. It genuinely is just a great time to be an citizen, especially for me who, like, knows their recent stuff but doesn't really know the individual members all that well yet. So I'm gonna enjoy this one. I'm gonna be checking out Dandelion Roses, so let's send it one time. Here we go. I wonder what he's going to do. Is he going to go super smooth, or is he going to bring something new to the table? Because I do quite like his refined, mature, almost like jazzy R&B type vibe. He really pulls it off. He's got the voice for it. But I wonder. Let's find out.
3, 2, 1. Dandelion in the sky, hard to see when the sun is in my eyes. Call it blind, 너는 왜 덩그러니 길가에? We'll be great either way. 오 속삭인 순간, my oh my, flying high. You're my little dandelion. 반짝인 눈빛 아래 dancing, spitting poetry like a romantic.
Wow, it took a long time for me to find the meter there. But you know what? This is kind of what I expected Jaehyun to drop, because he does it so well. He feels right at home. Cool scale work. There's a silky smoothness that he pulls off when Jaehyun does this type of music that is unbelievably fun to listen to. It's quite an impactful song though, in parts like this. Get up in your head voice one time. Is this how he switches to roses then? This is how he switches to roses.
I think I should text my ex.
Think I got it bad if I'm honest. Thought that I was good, turns out I'm a little far from it. Yeah, yeah. Can't even leave the apartment, 'cause everything red's a cold reminder of you.
Oh, the head voice flip. So short, so subtle, but just
You
whoop.
don't call me, yeah. You moved on like you
My
had
God, this is smooth.
enough. Now the memories be hitting me differently. I'm 6 feet deep, but when I see roses,
Whoa!
it's killing me to know that someone else out there buying you roses. I'm triggered to
I need to look at the production list for Roses.
don't wanna see it over. Oh no.
The amount of work that has gone into making the song what it is ridiculous. It's so well put together.
Baby, you wanna be mine, yeah. I bet you wanna be mine.
Gosh. Jaehyun. Sir. What have you just dropped on our head tops one time? What? Look, you know how I mentioned that Jaehyun is that NCT member for me that's just super intriguing musically? Yeah, that hasn't changed. In fact, that's been heightened because of Dandelion and Roses. It has, how? Oh, I'm kind of lost for words, genuinely lost for words at how to articulate what I'm feeling right now, but it's... That is kind of the Jaehyun magic, though. It really is. He has this innate ability to make this kind of R&B sound so silky smooth. Like, it's not even funny how simple and how easy he makes it sound. Like, this is not easy to pull off. At least I don't think it's easy to pull off, but he makes it look so easy. He makes it sound so easy. I do genuinely, hold on. I do want to see if I can find the credits for Dandelion and Roses, mainly because, specifically for Roses, it has like the dramaticism, the big heavy hits, especially once you get the choir coming in. That kind of gives me Max Changmin Devil vibes. That was also a very dark, dramatic, and heavy piece. Very similar. Genius. Is there a Genius page for this? There is a Genius page. Has anyone uploaded credits? Oh, Jaehyun on the composition credit. We love to see it. Hold on, I'm gonna pull it up over here. Look at that. Oh, very cool. Very cool. I also did not know he was born in... He's a fellow 97 liner. That's very cool. And then, let's see. Max Changmin. Devil Genius. I have to see if this is the same team or not. Thunderholm. No, it's very different. Okay. Interesting. Very cool though. But ultimately, this is a very Jaehyun sounding song for me, and that's coming from someone who like doesn't know his music very well. I know certain bits and pieces of it, but from what I've heard from him, this very much falls in line. But the fact that, you know, in the pre-release we're getting two very different songs, and yet he's able to tie it all into one cohesive storyline, both visually and sonically. Like Dandelion and Roses go together in that they are the counter to each other. They are the antithesis of each other. And both sound so good. They both sound so good. And Jaehyun has this ability to make anything he sings so buttery smooth on like a really smooth track like this. I don't know how he does it. Every single time he does it, there's a smoothness to it. Even on NCT songs, like title tracks that don't fall in line with stuff like this, you know, Jaehyun does his Jaehyun thing and really like does his part well. But when you get a slower NCT song in group form, and you get Jaehyun on the track, you know he's in his comfort zone. You know in Dandelion and Roses that Jaehyun is in his comfort zone. And it's wonderful. I don't even know how I'm going to start talking about this because it's two very different songs, but let's start with Dandelion. Or I'm guessing it's this is Dandelion and the second is Roses, just because that's what the title is in order of. And I guess they say it in the lyrics too, don't they? Cool use of the melodic, cool use of getting the musical scale in there as well. Just let the song kind of oscillate on itself, just back and forth like that. Oh, it's super nice. But again, see, even something like that where it's quite a quick cadence, Jaehyun has the ability to make it so smooth. And his tone, you know, that kind of naturally lower tone really creates a terrific richness. Especially when you get him on that kind of higher chest voice vocal is just, oh my goodness. And then you pair that with this just super smooth beat, throw in the vocal harmonies in there. Like, he sounds so comfortable doing this. And sometimes on an artist, you can tell when they're comfortable when they're like singing a song. He sounds so right at home with this. And that that comfortable feeling shines so clearly in like when I'm listening to it. It's terrific. And then, you know, you have the nice bright side of things. Flip the script on time, we send it over to Roses.
Yeah, can't even leave the apartment.
That shine isn't there anymore, but the smoothness definitely is still here.
Like you don't call me, yeah.
We still retain the scales here as well.
Now the memories be hitting me differently. I'm 6 foot deep, but when I see roses.
That is so unfair. That head voice flip is so unfair. Like, you can't have this really rich, nice low tone and then just drop that head voice on our head tops one time like that. You need, like, I did not fill out a consent form for that.
Now the memories be hitting me differently.
And then
I'm 6 foot deep, but when I see roses.
then he just drops the hammer, throws in all the weight to start this chorus. Then you get the kind of background choir going as well. And this is where like that dramatic element comes in for me that reminds me so much of Chungmin's Devil.
Roses, it's killing me tonight. There's someone else out there buying you roses. Roses, I'm triggered every year, Valentine's. Don't wanna see no.
Like, it's amazing how I love the music team and what they've done with this. It's amazing just how well articulated Dandelion and Roses are to each other, because they stylistically, you know, there's tiny little composition choices in here that is very much like the yin and yang to each other, right? But composition can only do so much. The final execution is done by the performer and the production team, and they both knocked it out of the park. Oh my goodness. I'm hyped. I'm hyped for what this full release is going to be like. Because look, NCT 127 for me have a really interesting track record when it comes to their music. There's some albums that I just go feral over. There's some title tracks that I go absolutely feral over. I feel like Fact Check Era for me was like the big one, especially since I'm pretty new to NCT. all things considered, like my first exposure to NCT proper was 2021's Beautiful, which says a lot about how new I am to the group. And checking out Fact Check was my first 127 album from them last year. Of course, we had Golden Age and stuff as well, and we had Jaehyun earlier on in the year. And it's just been a really fun time getting to know the NCT members. But Jaehyun for me has been really fun to follow, as he brings a certain classiness and a certain refinement in his music that I love listening to and I love breaking down. And Dandelion Roses further cements that fact for me. And I'm so excited to hear what this full thing is going to be like, because if it's anything like the quality of Dandelion and Roses, it's over for us. It's so over for us. Oh man, this is so much fun. But I'm going to wrap it up here. Thank you all for watching along with me. Hopefully you enjoyed it as much as I did. One last request from me today: let's work together as a community to bring a little bit of extra happiness back into the world, whether it be, checking with your friends and family, holding the door open for somebody, or even picking up a piece of trash off the street. Just one small act of kindness that may brighten up someone else's day to day. And know that wherever you are in the world, should you ever be going through a tough time in your life, for whatever reason it may be, even though I'm just some guy on the internet who waffles about music in his free time, know that I will always be a friend, ally, and a shoulder to lean on whenever you need me. So take care of yourselves, take care of each other, spread the love, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.